On today's news, we're going to talk about Sithole coming or not coming to Kaizer Chiefs. Going to talk about Mfundo Vilakazi and why he won't be available to play for Chiefs for the final. And we're going to talk about Brendan Peterson. We're going to talk about this guy who was criticizing or is criticizing Chiefs for no reason. And we're also going to talk about Naledi Hlongwane and the new contract that he's been given by Kaizer Chiefs. But before we go any further, after 8 hours of making a video and analyzing the Chiefs video and Sundowns, I've uploaded it up here on the Katbe Kutumpilo. So you can click the link up here. You can click the link on the comment section after watching this video, and you can go there and watch that video as well. And subscribe when you get there, and subscribe here so that I can get to 50,000 here and 10,000 there. I mean 60,000 here. Wow. Okay. Hello and welcome to Khosi Nation Fan TV. I am Pilo. I'm your host, and this is our Fans Beat and talk about Kaizer Chiefs. Khosi Football Club. Right. So we start with Mfundo Vilakazi, who is going to play the AFCON under 20 for Bafana, or what do you call them? Machita, Mama Kluk. But he's playing for the under 20 national team and won't be available when Chiefs wins the final. I'm sure he would have loved to be there, but you know, he's going to be playing there, and here Chiefs doesn't look like he would be playing in the next few games because we've seen his game time being reduced in recent matches, and we see why. The level of pressure that has been at Chiefs is so high. But again, when we played against Sundowns, the pressure was at its highest because the players themselves just put pressure on themselves, which made the game much more intense, which actually brings us to Indabagaya Sithole, who is the player that Kaizer Chiefs has been linked with, right? Because that's what always happened. And now, reports by Ila Duma that he is actually he won't be coming to Kaizer Chiefs. And the reason for this is because he has had some injuries, and the club is looking at that and they're thinking, is there too many injuries and it might be a problem. And they've also thought of the squad depth that Kaizer Chiefs has, and they're like, nah, where is he going to play? We already have players in that position. And yes, I know someone is going to say, but it's better than the depth that we have. I get you, but if the team really did consider the fact that he's injury prone, then I understand, because as I've always said, if a player has a lot of injuries and as a team you see that as a red flag, don't ignore it, because then they will come to the team and then they will get injured and they are never available because they're spending half of their time with the physiotherapist. So yeah, I would have loved to have him at Chiefs, but if they think it's an injury history, then there's nothing that can be done. But then again, this was reported by Laduma. But we move to what Ujabu Mahlangu said to SABC Sport, which was the fact that he says that he talked to Cele and Ox Mteto, and they told him that, hey, we are going to fight on Sunday being the game, the day we will beat Sundowns. And man, you saw it, and you will see, even if you go watch that analysis video, man, the fighting spirit that was there. It was just there with everyone, for every ball, for everything, the commitment. It was just different. It was on another level, and we did see that. And to add to that, Unazr Dinabi, in his interview with Supersport, he did say that, hey, actually at halftime, he told the players, this is our game. We have to win it for the fans. And you saw the intensity with which they played. It was just, even the free kick itself, someone might blame them, might blame Solomons and say, I was too aggressive, shouldn't have done that. But the fighting spirit, I even said, Mina, yes, he committed a free kick, but he was fighting. He was making sure that players don't get a free shot at goal and then we end up conceding in any case. So I applaud that. And Nabi going to the players and saying, this is our final, inspired confidence to the players, because as they came back and you saw that they were playing like that was our game. And you saw Duba scores, he gets the ball, he takes it to the center circle, because they actually believed that it was our game, and it was. If you're enjoying the video, make sure to subscribe. Let's talk about Brendan Peterson, because William Shongwe, through a kickoff, has praised him. And because there are a lot of people who have been saying, oh, Peterson pretends to be a coach and he's arrogant and all of that stuff. But it's useful. Right? It doesn't just sit on his ass on the desk and does nothing. But he's standing, and there's the clip of him standing up, getting the water, getting people water and just making sure that everyone is taken care of, because he wants to be helpful. And we need people like that. We don't want people who are selfish on that bench. I even saw Kweneka, like after that goal was scored, the joy in his eyes, I was like, wow, this guy is so happy. And I love to see that. I love to see players show passion for the team. That is why I will never criticize a player who's fighting for the team and showing something. Maybe they are lacking somewhere in their abilities, but if they're fighting for the team, for me, that's the first and most important thing for any player. A player who has a spirit, a player who actually cares about whether a team wins or loses. Because the others who are like, we lost. Let's shake hands and smile. Get out of my team. I don't want none of that. That is why players like Abo George Matlo, as much as his form has dropped off, but I know it's not because he's not trying. It's just that these injuries are causing inconsistencies. That's why when I see a player like Solomons, I always protect him because I see the things that he tries to do. I see the passion with which he plays. About Duba, even Abom Fundo Villagas, they do that. Even Ocaston Sereno to a point. Sometimes with Shazavel, he's just like hot-headed, but some of it comes from a good place, a place of passion. But I think we are not there because I want to talk about the, digital manager of Packard, who wanted my attention. Well, not my attention, but our attention as Kaizer Chiefs fans. Because Ukaya Ndubane wakhona lo is saying that Kaizer Chiefs fans must chill. Kaizer Chiefs management must chill because we have not won a cup yet. Did we say we won a cup? Did we say we won a cup? We were celebrating beating a team that has beaten us for 3 times this season. We were celebrating reaching a final for the first time since 2019. Would you not celebrate? Would you not celebrate that when I cry? Or you don't have things to celebrate? That's why you don't understand why people celebrate. We beat Sundowns. They've not lost against us in a long time. So that was a big deal for us. So Siek, and I know you are trying to provoke us and get this kind of reaction. You are getting it, and you are getting our attention. Find things to write about and leave Kaizer Chiefs alone. Because if you're just going to try and say negative things, because we know you journalists, you are no longer journalists. Leave banter and content creation to us content creators. Nina and because you are losing credibility because you are busy taking jabs and taking shots at Kaizer Chiefs. Which is funny because you guys never do that with Sundowns and Pirates. It's always just trying to get Chiefs. But then again, I guess it's about what sells and what doesn't sell. Kaizer Chiefs is money, right? So continue publishing nonsense. Let's move on to Uhlongwane. So Uhlongwane has been given a long-term contract according to reports by FAPost. And we expected this. This has been a long time coming. Since the beginning, like season, even halfway there, we're like, oh, we're not scoring goals. Just get Hlongwane. Just get Hlongwane. And I will say he's scoring goals, but I do not fully think that he's ready to come and be a starter in the senior team. I think that he should be slowly integrated there, and then he can become a striker eventually, because Chiefs do need to go out and sign another striker, a proper number 9. And then now they will have Hlongwane being slowly integrated, Duba be giving that new striker a run for his money, because I don't think right now it would be fair to say Duba sit this one out, boy, because the only thing that Nabi has said is wrong with Duba is his mentality, that he just needs to what's the word, emotional maturity, if you will. Siyabona ama-interviews akhe. But I think where we are is the fact that Hlongwane is now there, an additional striker, which clearly tells me that players like Aboranga will be leaving Chiefs. And yeah, that's okay, because the fans and the relationship between us and him has just broken down. So yeah, but what do you guys think of all of these things? Do let me know down in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, remember to go check out this video. It's somewhere on the screen, analyzing how Chiefs beat Sundowns. And until next time, remember, equals Pelumoy.